Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by the Game Day.
Yeah.
It is Factor Cap Day.
What's up,
here
brothers?
in the cafeteria.
My voice is back.
Yeah, wow, that changed quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I shoved a
Lozenges?
bunch of water
Yeah,
last
you
night.
got to rehydrate.
Yeah.
That's what.
Got
Well,
some
you were also
got some
run down.
lubrication in the throat, baby.
Oh, I'm also very tired still.
Well,
Don't
no,
get
I'm
it
saying like
twisted,
yesterday you were run down.
But,
That was like
I was a
big-
shell of a human.
No,
You
you
looked
looked good looking
great, though.
shell. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I need
Great
to
looking shell.
start doing my under eye masks again because I feel the bags coming
Dude,
in.
we did a live yesterday morning on Cast Out TikTok, and some dude commented, "When was the last time y'all slept?"
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you
Oh,
look
hey.
bad.
Damn.
You didn't look good.
That's
Oh,
fucking
man.
rude.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Nah,
a
well,
shot.
he wasn't wrong. I feel
That's
like
a
I
good
haven't
point.
slept in years.
Well, yeah, you got the mice.
Adam's
infestation.
not wearing a hat today.
I know, right?
is the
you
first
see
time
the
in a
hair,
long
it's
time.
gotta-
These
I
are
gotta cut it.
I
a
understand
color.
why you wear a hat always.
Yeah, he's wearing jeans too for the first time.
Covering up that.
Like
I
that's
gotta,
like
get I gotta get a hair. Well, I have a cowlick,
Yeah.
so I can
see.
do this. You can do whatever you want. This hair is gonna look like a
Just
broccoli.
goes back.
Yeah.
Like a broccoli.
that's kind of nice though. You don't got to put product. in.
Yeah, no product.
Yeah, I'm a product.
Product.
guy.
Just
Yeah.
all Jew.
Oh, ch-
That's not a. Cowlicks are not a Jewish thing, are they?
Froze are.
Cowlicks? Where does that come from? Is it
That's
like
what it is.
a cow?
Cowlick. Yeah, look it up.
like if a cow
Really?
licks your head.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled COWLICK.
I thought it was like CALI.
I thought it was that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it comes from.
I guess it is.
A cowlick is a section of human hair that stands straight up or lies at an angle at odds with the style in which the rest of an individual's hair is
Wow.
worn.
Look at that.
What a really interesting
Look
podcast
at that. There's the
this is so
tidbit
far.
because it goes like that.
But how did it become a cowlick?
I don't know. I didn't make it up. I just know that that's what it is.
How did it become?
So should we start? So should we start talking football or what?
No,
Like,
holy.
I'm intrigued.
The name cowlick comes from the swirled effect left in the hair of baby cattle after being licked by their mothers.
Interesting.
Essentially, I'm a baby cattle.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm a cattle.
You are the cow.
am-
And God
and baby
is your
cow, isn't that
mother.
a calf?
You're a cap.
Calf.
You're,
You're a calf.
You're a
Yeah,
cap.
I'm a.
You're my calf.
Oh well, two is calf.
They're not
knew
that
he
good
was
at
gonna say
calves.
that.
They're great. They're Johnny Drama calves.
Johnny Drama. No, those are. Some
All right. Well,
calves.
hey, we're in the cafeteria. Let's do some factor calves.
Hey, let's do some
Yeah.
factor caps. All right,
Factor
I got
cap, baby, in the
I got a
cafeteria.
bunch.
Let's
That's
go.
so
We're gonna do
interesting.
factor caps and then we'll do our power rankings. So stick around for all that. All right.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday.
First one of the day. We're gonna move through these.
Lightning
Swift-like.
McQueen, like.
Yeah, we
Not
started
so
at
fast,
around
my
10:35. All right. Factor cap. Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady ever was.
I'm just gonna give the floor to my friend who said it back in October.
October 4th, to be specific.
Thank you.
Go back to the tape.
Go back to the tape. I
Run
said
it back.
Patrick Mahomes at that time was better than Tom Brady ever was. And clearly he's proven that to be true.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, look, Colin Cowherd finally said it yesterday. Now I'm not going to look as crazy, but everybody came at me back in October when I said it. I'm still going to look crazy probably. But now Colin at least looks crazy with me.
Right.
All
Well,
right?
Colin's
you got-
copying you.
Colin heard my take, and
gotta-
he's
Then
like,
he
I'm
was
going to
like,
save it for the
yeah,
playoffs,
yeah.
and I'm going to say it in
You
the
got a brother
playoffs.
in
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
That's a brother for life.
Yeah,
Colin
that's my guy.
Fontes.
I'm gonna invite him somewhere to, maybe we get a little
Super
dinner
Bowl
or
week,
something
maybe
like
you guys
that.
can get dinner.
Steak
Maybe we
dinner.
get
Steak dinner.
steak dinner. After
yeah.
our steak dinner, I'll go
Right,
out and get
right,
drinks
right.
with him.
Nice.
But no, yeah, Patrick Mahomes has everything
Oh,
that you want to see in the GOAT for a quarterback, right? And Tom Brady, obviously, we want to give him that status because of all the accomplishments. Mahomes doesn't have that yet. But what he does have is five straight, that's hard to say, 5 straight AFC championships. He has a Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has a MVP.
This will be his third Super Bowl
He's
in
going to
5
get his
years.
second MVP. Yeah, it's going to be his third Super Bowl in 5 years. So he's on pace to do something historic, right? And I think people forget about Tom Brady because we look at the past 20-something years
And the
that he's
body
played.
of work. It's like it skews the argument.
But Brady won 3 Super Bowls in the first few years that he played. And then he went like 12 or something years without winning a Super Bowl. In
Was
in
it
that
that
span,
long? That's crazy.
He lost 2 to the Giants. So when you think about Mahomes right now and just the trajectory he's on, you strip the talent away from him offensively, and he's still able to produce on a broken leg, get to the Super Bowl. I say broken leg, that's exaggeration.
Yeah.
But
Greg
on
Jennings. Got it with a broken leg.
on one leg, to be able to get past Joe Burrow and the Bengals, get to the Super Bowl, and put himself in position to win his second Super Bowl to make his third, it's actually incredibly impressive. So I just think to echo what Colin said, that echoed actually what I said 5 months ago.
Right.
He's more mobile than Brady. He's got more arm strength than Brady. You could argue. I mean, he's better at improvising than Brady. I think when you look at the skill set, he is better than Brady in every aspect. What he doesn't have is the accomplishments that Brady has. But up to this point in his career, he's been a starter for this is his 5th year.
Years, yeah.
He's done as much as you can do.
I could be wrong, but you're gonna say fact.
I'm gonna go fact.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's well said. You're saying he's a better player than Tom Brady ever was. Yes, he is a better player, better talent, everything. But what's made Tom Brady is his rings, his brain, his good looks, and his longevity to have this sustained
The thing
success.
I think that I take from this is ever was, meaning at 1 year, right? So Patrick Mahomes is very clearly the best player in football, whereas Tom Brady always had Peyton Manning in the league, who was better than him at any given year. And there were always, at certain different times,
Arguments.
There were arguments to be made to say that Tom Brady is not the best player in football, even though he's the best of all time.
Right.
Because over the 20-plus years he's been in the league, he's accomplished the most.
Yeah, but there's also not a guy that's Peyton Manning's level of talent that's in the league right now.
Totally.
So that's a
Not yet.
difference.
Not yet.
Totally agree.
Not yet.
I was actually talking to Adam last week about this, and I'm like, I know I said this weeks ago, and I was like, we might be at another point where we have a Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, when we're talking about Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and clearly we're not there. But we have one guy, and then the rest of the quarterbacks, it's just I don't think we have a second. I think we have a few really good quarterbacks. I don't know if we have a second great quarterback. I think we have one right now, and we might be in a dark period. I say dark period of
period.
quarterbacks.
There's some
These
good
guys
talent,
are developing right now.
Yeah.
But we don't.
It's
we
the
grew
calm
up
before the storm.
We grew up in an era where we had 5 elite quarterbacks.
Yeah, but
Hall of Famer
You got
guaranteed.
Brady, Manning, Breeze.
Hall of
But it
Famers.
took time for
Right
them
now,
to
there's
get
one
there.
Hall of Fame. Well, Aaron Rodgers. Forget Rodgers and Brady because they're old. We have one Hall of Famer. It's Patrick Mahomes, and nobody else. They could stop
But
right
they're
now.
all
and
young
they're,
right
they're
now.
done.
Yes, you could say it. You're not wrong, but they're
not a
also
great era
the same.
quarterbacks.
The same way Drew Brees had to develop, the same way a Phillip Rivers had to come in, a Peyton Manning, all these guys over time. Yeah, in a couple years, it's going to be a completely different argument. But for right now, that case it can hold. But I think we're entering an era, if you want to call it the dark era.
We're in a
but the
transitional period.
It's a
We're in a
transition.
transitional period.
Exactly. The
Exactly.
old guys are going out, right?
Exactly.
Brady's going to retire.
Yeah,
Rodgers
it's-
is going to retire in the
Out
next
with the
few
old
years.
and in with the new.
Russell Wilson even is on the last legs,
yep.
I think.
We'll see.
And we got
after.
Patrick Mahomes is the oldest of the young quarterbacks, right? And it's
He's only 27.
yes. Then there's Josh Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Jalen Hurts, all these guys
Trevor
who are going to
Lawrence.
be
Tua.
Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones.
So if Mahomes gets another one, man, it's dangerous territory for every other quarterback.
But if he loses it, a lot of people talk about the intangibles that Tom Brady has, where it's it doesn't matter how big the moment is, what the spotlight is, how much they're down, he's going to come back and he's going to find a way to win. Let's say the Chiefs blow a lead in the Super Bowl or they lose this Super Bowl. Is there something to be said that all right, maybe he's a lot more talented arm-wise and with his legs and stuff, but Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that factor that Tom Brady has?
No, you know why? Because Tom Brady lost to the Giants twice. One of those years he lost to the Giants, he had the greatest team of all time.
Yeah.
The greatest offense ever. The defense was spectacular. And then he also lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So he's lost 3. He's lost those bad ones.
Yeah, but how many has he made? He's made 10 Super
made
Bowls.
10, he's
But-
won 7.
No, absolutely. But
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying, should we disqualify Patrick Mahomes
If he
from that
loses this
argument
year.
if he loses? And I'm saying Brady lost his own too. He lost his
also
fair
won 7.
share.
Well, we can disqualify him.
Let's
but,
move to the next one. Let's talk about another great quarterback, or maybe he's not great, as Felipe said. Factor cap, Joe Burrow is overrated.
Cap.
I'm gonna say cap. I think he's
Right.
or maybe slightly overrated.
where
but,
is he rated?
But at the same time,
fair.
where he is rated is 2 or 3, and I don't think you can make an argument that he is below 2 or 3.
Where is he rated to say that he's overrated?
No one say. I mean, Bengals
if he's
fans,
at 2
Bengals fans overrate him. Bengals
We
fans
can't
put
count
him,
that because
yeah.
every fan base is
Fair.
going to be biased. I say fact, but not based off of what Jack said. I totally agree with what Jack said. He's 2 or 3, and somebody putting him at 2 or 3 doesn't mean he's overrated. I think he's right in that range, but I think he's overrated where people are starting to compare him with Patrick Mahomes. Now, I think
That's what I
that might have gotten shut down very
I was
quickly
like, I
after
don't
this
think
past
anymore
weekend.
right now,
But the fact that he was even in that conversation, I think he's overrated. The fact that, don't hate me, please. Everybody keep their mouth
I might.
quiet. His stats were very similar to Dak Prescott, and they have 2 different
Always
narratives.
comes to Dak.
They have 2 completely different narratives. Just follow me. They have 2 completely different narratives, even though their stats were extremely identical this past year. That tells me that Joe Burrow is overrated because one is talked about as he had his worst season ever, and that's all we talk about. And the other we're talking about amongst Patrick Mahomes. So I do think he's overrated because of that.
You brought up this stat that Adam's showing you that you said you saw on Twitter.
Yeah, so shout out Jack Settleman, one of the friends
the
of the
boy.
pod, came on for the live show a couple weeks ago. He just submitted a blind QB resume on Twitter. Just tweet last 8 games. So you don't know who the quarterback is.
Okay.
Let's go the last 8 games. 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, no INTs. 348 for no touchdowns, 1 INT.
Okay.
250, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. 263, 1 touchdown, no INTs.
Okay.
209, 1 touchdown, no INT. 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, no INT.
I see what you're doing here.
270, 1 touchdown, 2 INT. That was that last game. This is Joe Burrow. So again,
Not great.
Not great.
It's great.
Great.
It's good.
It's good. It's not
great.
good.
Well, it's Kirk Cousins. It's Jimmy G, right? These
Nah,
are
Jimmy's not putting up 340.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
That's not Jimmy
there was
G.
only one game here that was above 300. The rest are all around 200.
And the game that he put up 348, he had no touchdowns and an interception.
Okay, so
Doesn't matter.
based-
Touchdowns, dude. He's driving down the whole field the whole time. It doesn't. Touchdowns are. I don't like touchdowns as a stat to give quarterbacks because
well,
like
I mean, that's a stat
Well,
we
it is
judge
a
every
stat.
quarterback.
I agree.
Yeah.
But no,
I
that's,
I get what
don't
you're
like
saying.
it.
If you,
You know what
if
I
you are
mean?
producing to get down the field, that's good. But if you don't finish that drive, you
okay, cool. He hands it off to someone who does finish the drive. Doesn't matter.
Just saying.
But but the stat that I brought up yesterday though about first 6 playoff starts and how many touchdown drive did they lead? That's not whether he threw a touchdown. That's if they scored a touchdown on that drive as the offense, and he had 0 compared to Patrick Mahomes 10. So that's still like
I don't think Joe.
Burrow.
Look, Joe Burrow's not overrated because he can go from anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5.
But forget
I don't
ranking.
think you can say 4 or 5.
Forget ranking.
Depending on who you ask?
Forget ranking.
Yeah, ranking is different than
Forget
rated.
ranking. Is he overrated? Period.
Well, I can't
It's-
overrate
I
someone
think
if I don't know where
because
I'm rating
people
him.
are saying he's in the conversation with Patrick Mahomes, that
He's
means he's
overrated.
overrated.
But he's not in that
Yes,
anymore. I
he's
don't
not
think.
in
I don't
that.
think anyone's putting.
So
him in that
based off
conversation.
of the conversation of people putting him with Patrick Mahomes, yes, he's
then
overrated.
He's being
But
rated higher than he should be, but
He's
Like,
very
ranked
much
2
not
or 3.
He
overrated. He's
hasn't
a
been in the-
fantastic quarterback. He's been in the league 2 years essentially because you can't count the first year. He's on a great path because he goes to
Yes.
2 straight AFC championships. He's put up numbers. Cincinnati's got a bright future.
Yeah,
Tomato,
so,
tomato.
Like, what are
Move on.
we gonna say if Joe Burrow makes the AFC Championship 5 times in a row like Mahomes just did?
we might say the same thing.
Yeah, but then that's a conversation.
gotta win the
for
Super
what,
Bowl.
in 3 years. Not right.
He's gotta win the
Well,
Super Bowl.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
All right, next one. Factor cap. Jalen Hurts is a product of the system.
Fact.
Fact. Jump. That was
He's a very talented quarterback. He can do a lot of things, but there's a reason that Tua fucking took his position at Alabama, bro.
Jack said he was from the South, bro. He's a very talented quarterback.
Yeah, he's a very talented young man,
Shout out.
specimen of a human being. But no, he's
Specimen
very
of
talented. I
thighs.
just don't. I mean, Tua's pretty okay, right? He's fine.
Well.
And if Jalen Hurts getting benched for him in college is a reason, they
Hold
think
on,
Tua's
whenever I'm
more.
in college, y'all like, no,
I'm
forget the
saying
college shit.
if Jalen
I
Hurts,
agree.
if college Jalen Hurts goes to a team like the Jets or the Raiders or something like that that's not building anything around him, I think he's ass. But the fact that he went to the Eagles with
Any
the best
quarterback.
offensive line in football, one of the best running games, you got A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. How it's so hard not to thrive in that system.
I'll say fact, like as a product of the system, sure. But there's nothing wrong with being a product of the system because every
Yeah.
great quarterback needs a great system
Mahomes
to
is a
thrive.
product
Tom
of the
Brady
system.
was in a
Tom Brady.
fantastic system.
But now they're great quarterbacks.
Okay.
And that's what Jalen Hurts is.
So Jalen Hurts being in the league really essentially as a starter for 2 years, like, yeah, the system's fantastic. It's allowed him to thrive and be in the MVP conversation. I'll say fact based off of the actual narrative that
It's
he's
like saying
a product
Russell
of the
Wilson
system.
was a product of the system in Seattle.
Well,
Sort of.
But we
Right?
talked
He
about this
left-
a while
He
ago.
left
that-
and then was ass.
We talked about this like a few months ago. I feel like we were like as a quarterback, you need that team to build around you, unless you're like
need
a special guy like Patrick Mahomes. But if Patrick Mahomes isn't drafted to that team with the system and the players and the coaching staff, he's not the
but
same
we make
guy.
it seem like a bad thing if you're a product of the system.
It's not.
It's not.
It's you're very lucky to have that.
exactly.
Yeah, well, I don't think we. Yeah, I see
It's
what
not
you're
a
saying.
there's no
we make it seem
negative
like it's a
with it.
bad thing, but I think where
Yeah.
it gets construed as like maybe a negative thing is when you're comparing to a really good quarterback who doesn't have the same system, and then naturally you can bring up the argument. All right, well, this quarterback has a great system, like Peyton Manning, Tom
Totally.
Brady. Peyton had a good
Okay.
offense built around him, but he wasn't born into a great system. The
Seems like
Belichick
Jalen Hurts.
Patriots.
Yes.
Seems like Jalen
So
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah. I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is, to answer the question, product of the system. Like, yeah, I guess like Jack said, I guess fact, kind of. Like, kind of fact.
Like,
But
kind
because
of
of that
also
system,
give
he's
him his
become
credit.
All
great.
right, this will
But
push
also-
the agenda then. If you put Jalen Hurts on this Chiefs team, are they
9
going to
and
the Super
8,
Bowl?
8 and
Jalen
9 and
Hurts,
8?
Jalen Hurts on the Chiefs team wins like 7 or 8 games.
Okay, so
But
yes, he's
I
a
will
product
say
of the
this.
system. There's nothing wrong with that.
Back to Joe Burrow being overrated. Jalen Hurts should be in the conversation with Joe Burrow about who's a better quarterback, and he's not in that conversation.
Nah.
They're both winning the same.
I don't know
No.
about that.
And I might take, if I had to take two quarterbacks right now, I might take Jalen Hurts
Because
over
you
Joe
like the
Burrow.
dual
you
threat
wouldn't.
ability.
You're just
You like the
saying
dual.
that.
No. You like dual threat ability, and you also are an
I like a
activist,
gamer.
a Joe Burrow
I like a
activist
gamer.
when it comes to hating.
I like a gamer.
And Joe Burrow is the
Joe
gamer.
Burrow
of
is a
gamer.
game.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man,
Stop
there's
it.
only one quarterback in the 2023 Super Bowl.
And his name's Dakota Prescott. Okay, move on.
That doesn't make any sense.
I
Okay.
didn't know he was
There's
going to go
actually
to the Super Bowl.
4 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl this year. That's
a good point.
Well, Gardner Minshew is a legend.
Factor cap. The Eagles don't make the Super Bowl without A.J. Brown.
Fact.
Fact.
I mean,
Fact.
like, what do you mean? You add that,
Yeah.
you see Jalen Hurts take off. What A.J. Brown was able to do for this Eagles team this year.
It ties in with the last.
I mean, and
Yeah.
you've seen how much Devonta Smith has like progressed too as a
Totally,
receiver, being that
totally.
number 2. Like, oh my god!
And again, nothing wrong with that in saying facts. Like A.J. Brown, you get an elite alpha wide receiver
look at
one.
Joe Burrow with Jamar. Look at Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Look at when Patty Mahomes.
Patty
Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes.
I was gonna say
Patty
Patty Mahomes,
Mahomes.
and it just came out like that.
Patty
But when you got
Mahomes.
Tyreek and Travis Kelce, like it's just
Look what Tua did with Tyreek. I mean,
Yeah.
Tua looks like a better
Yeah,
quarterback. There's
actually.
nothing wrong with it. There's
Yeah,
nothing
AJ
wrong
Brown.
with it.
Yeah, fact.
But the Eagles don't go to the
We've been
Super Bowl
saying it
without
all
A.J.
year.
Brown.
You add a threat of a wide receiver
Totally.
to a solid quarterback. They're going to become a good
Exactly.
to great quarterback.
That's why Daniel Jones win the MVP next year when he gets decent.
Exactly,
I don't know
bro.
about
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Jack, great point though, because like obviously he made Jalen Hurts better, and that's the reason that they're in the Super Bowl now. But what he did to Devontae Smith is
Joe, bro,
incredible.
for our team, that's fucking huge for the
Yeah,
future.
facts.
Like I love
Facts.
that for
and
us.
that's why I say the
Dynasty-
Cowboys need another receiver to help out CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. The
Well, you
Eagles
had
did
one
it.
last
Now
year.
you add,
I feel like
but he
CeeDee's
disappears in the playoffs. We need a guy who's gonna be
Make
there.
him appear. David Blaine shit.
Good point.
David Blaine.
Pull him out of your stomach.
Shit, man. I'll try that.
All right, here's a different little format for you. You're going to pick one. We got 4 options
Oh.
here, and I want you to pick one, okay? It's different abilities that different quarterbacks have, and I want you to choose which one you would pick. You only get one.
Only get one.
Only get one. Pick one. Patrick Mahomes' arm talent, Joe Burrow's swagger, Josh Allen's athleticism, Jalen Hurts' rushing ability.
Mahomes' arm talent.
Mahomes' arm talent, bro. It's not close.
It's not even remotely close.
Also, what do quarterbacks do? They throw the ball. Everything else you do is complimentary. Give me the arm talent, bro.
But if we're talking just like if I could just add it to my lifestyle right now, I would love to have Joe Burrow swagger. Because I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm just going around New York with like just being like
I
Joe
agree.
Burrow, Joe Cool. I mean, like just for my lifestyle as it is right now, I'm not a professional quarterback, so I'll take that.
You don't need the
know?
arm. Like, if you got a crazy arm
Yeah.
right now, what are you gonna do?
What
with
am
it?
I gonna do? Go to the bar, and be like, hey, yo, watch this. I fucking
Exactly.
I throw a shot glass that goes
No,
like,
but if
or
you
I'm like
are a
a crossbar with a
quarterback-
dart just fucking right there.
Actually,
that's cool. But
I'm taking Josh Allen's athleticism because I just want to be different. I also just think like what Justin Herbert has arguably the best arm talent in the NFL, and how far can that get him?
well, okay, he doesn't
That's
have better.
different.
Than
He's not better than
But it's like,
Mahomes.
bro, imagine like you take like
It's not about that. The question is arm talent. How far can arm
Yeah, we
talent
just
get you?
answered
You're
that.
not.
We said it's not the same as Mahomes, so it is about that.
It's not about that for me. What arm talent is not going to guarantee me to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
It's gonna
Athleticism
certainly
won't
helps.
either.
It's gonna guarantee you more than athleticism.
Well,
Yeah.
athleticism you could have a good arm.
If you're
with
really
athleticism.
athletic, you could.
have
Zach
a good
Wilson
arm.
is athletic as fuck.
He's got good arm talent.
Well, yeah, he well.
But hey,
yeah.
Tyler
he's
Huntley just made the
fast.
Pro Bowl with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions this season. So
Shout out. How the
Athleticism,
fuck did he make it
I'll
over
give you that.
I would
Jacoby
not, but
Brissett?
the Tyler Huntley argument
Bro,
doesn't do
I was
it.
just thinking about like all those qualities. If you
Doesn't
added
do anything
them
for
to
me.
like you're just
good
like
Pro Bowl.
our everyday lives, just like normal people, not athletes. Like, why would you take rushing ability with Jalen Hurts? Like, you're like that little elementary school kid. It's like you get in a fight. It's like, all right, I'll race you right now.
Yeah.
like let's go.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be beating anyone.
Joe
in the
Burrow's
race,
swagger
but
is the only one that actually is relevant to your everyday life.
yeah,
It's true.
I would love that.
Well, the
but I
next
also
one,
feel like
but you
people would
took
look
it
at me and
out.
be like, "Who the fuck is this guy walking in with those sunglasses and that like furry coat?"
They would judge the
Because
fuck
I'm
out
an
of you.
average Joe. I'm not like this rich NFL quarterback. So maybe if I have that swagger, I'm like.
But Tom
kind
might
of a
kill me for this one. But I
douchebag.
Yeah,
want to
I
know.
agree.
I just want to know Jack's answer. Which would you rather have? Jalen Hurts' looks or Joe Burrow's balls?
I got big meaty clackers. I'll take Jalen Hurts' looks.
Yeah, facts. So would I. So would I.
I got big balls too. I mean, that's all I got.
All right, we'll move to the next one. Factor cap. Justin Herbert will win MVP with Kellen Moore.
Cap. Kellen Moore's the most overrated coach prospect, I would say, in this offseason.
Yeah, I've never understood the hype.
Kellen Moore, Dak Prescott goes down. Dak Prescott made Kellen Moore. Don't let it get twisted, bro. Dak Prescott made Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, with Cooper Rush at quarterback, had the Cowboys offense at 28, 29, 30th in terms of like passing yards, scoring, like all this shit.
They're winning, though, but that was the defense.
They were winning because of the defense. But the offense, in terms of numbers, were horrible. That comes in and makes that offense good. It's nothing different. Don't let Kellen Moore.
Justin Herbert will win MVP?
Twist it, bro.
No, cap. Because there's
Patrick
no
Mahomes
guarantee.
is in the
Patrick
league.
Mahomes, like, I'll take Josh Allen, I'll take Jalen Hurts, I'll take any, But
There's like
can
5
he
guys,
win
yeah.
MVP? Sure, he possesses every single possible trait that you want to potentially win the MVP.
I still
Yeah,
think
but it
it'll
won't be
make
because
their
of Kellen
offense
Moore.
It
better.
won't be because of Kellen
It'll
Moore,
make their
correct.
offense better.
It'll be because
Will
of
it?
the
Herbert
Costco
will
worker.
play better.
Well, I just don't. What's
No,
up
it'll
with the
definitely-
Kellen Moore hype,
Kellen
bro?
Moore literally
That I don't
held.
understand.
Kellen Moore held the Cowboys back. Like that offensive performance against the 49ers was horrible. Granted, not
I
that
say
much
the
talent
scheme,
to
the
work
scheme
with.
and game plan I feel like was horrible.
Terrible.
I
And
agree.
and
Kellen
it's
Moore is
terrible week
beyond
after week.
overrated.
It's
Yeah.
terrible week after
It's
week.
the same. He never changes it.
Yeah, it's
Kellen
bad.
Moore is beyond overrated.
So,
Yeah, great at
But-
Boise State though.
but you know what it is. Though.
Oh.
Yeah, no, great quarterback at Boise State. But you know what it
Yeah.
is though.
Lucky
It's the NFL loves the young, handsome. I don't think he's that handsome.
He's not
but
even that
It's the
handsome.
young coach.
He's
offensive
definitely
A lot of
coordinator.
energy.
He's
He
definitely
knows
not
what he's doing. He
handsome.
knows like schematics and shit. And they're like, oh, this
Yeah,
guy's
they're
gonna
like,
be
this
the next
guy's
Sean McVay.
he's new football right
Yeah,
there.
everyone wants the Sean McVay.
Everybody wants
That's
the Sean
Everyone's
McVay.
looking for that new dude. They're like, well, he's an
Everyone wants a-
offensive mastermind.
35-year-old
Yeah.
stud coach.
Kellen Moore is not that.
No. All right. Next one. Last one. Factor cap. The 49ers should go get Tom Brady.
Cap.
Yeah, fuck me.
49ers need
I
to
would.
fix something at the quarterback.
See,
Figure out the
Brock,
quarterback.
they don't need to fix anything. Brock Purdy is the guy. Here's a stat for you, all right? Just gonna open your minds a little bit to how good Brock Purdy was for the 49ers.
Put my mind.
he was
He's
okay.
the top 5 passer ratings all time among qualified quarterbacks. That means 10 passing attempts per game that you've played. Number 5, and this is all time, like any
In a
quarterback
single
to ever
season?
Passer rating?
all just in general for their career all time. Number 5 is Joe Burrow with 100.4. Number 4 is Deshaun Watson, 102.3. Number 3 is Aaron Rodgers, 103.6. Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes,
you're going-
105.7.
Going 5-1.
And number 1, Brock Purdy,
Brock Purdy played
107.3.
7 games.
Well,
bro.
yeah, there's been 7 games.
But I'm just saying.
He played 7 games. You can't.
Why are you not
compare it.
giving him credit for that?
I love
he
that
played
stat line.
great.
Yeah,
he played great for those 7 games, but
He
with
played
a
better than
bigger
any
sample
quarterback
size,
ever has for
he's
their career.
First 7 games this year, he was setting the record, and you shit on me.
You
so
set the record in DVOA,
Yeah,
bro.
agreed.
You
Yeah.
consider the DVOA.
We haven't seen Brock
What?
play bad yet. We haven't.
That's true, but after give him 5
the
years,
fuck-
he will
if
have
that-
bad
if that's-
games.
wait,
He's going
wait,
to
nah,
drop.
if that's
He
why
played
you
bad.
don't-
He played bad against the Cowboys.
If that's why you don't want to add a quarterback, arguably the best of all time, have it. Good luck winning it all again.
I'd rather stick with Brock, who doesn't cost me $40 million a year.
If Tom Brady, I'll say fact, because Tom Brady, if he takes a pay cut, then yeah, he should go to the
Yeah,
San
but
Francisco
will he? I don't
49ers.
know if he's
What was
gonna-
it? Wait,
I
what
think
was
he
his
will,
passer
yeah.
rating?
He just
Brock
got paid
Purdy's?
50
Yeah.
mil over the last
God,
2 years.
He's not even fucking. All right, 107.3.
107.3. Yeah, against the Cowboys, it was 87. So,
Yeah.
he fell.
That's
He-
still
he had
not
a bad
terrible,
game against
though.
the Cowboys, yeah.
If Tom
But-
Brady goes to the 49ers, he takes a pay cut.
Oh, yeah, that's the question. Totally forgot the question. Yeah, I mean,
Will he?
maybe I'll take
Yes.
Tom Brady if I'm the Niners, just to be able to coach up a Brock Purdy
Yes.
or even a Trey Lance.
That's what I was thinking.
And then, if he's still better, if he performs better in training camp, then yeah, start him. But at least you get the benefit aside from that to get the mentorship for
I mean,
your
you
young
don't
guys.
you don't sign Tom Brady not to start him. Tom Brady be
Agreed.
fucking pissed.
No, but that's the
obviously,
point. Is you
obviously,
start Tom
you start
Brady,
him and then you
he's
build.
the mentor to Brock
I
Purdy.
wouldn't mind that. I think that's you get rid of Trey Lance though.
Yes, yeah.
Because Tom and Trey Lance are 2 completely different quarterbacks.
But you also have Brock and Trey coming off pretty big injuries. I mean, like they're.
I mean, the
you don't-
UCL is not that big of a deal.
I mean, you're
It's a
throwing
6-month
on him.
recovery. I was surprised
Bro,
by
you
that.
see,
Yeah.
Felipe is a seam head. He knows this, but let me educate you on the UCL, my friend.
Yeah,
So
bro.
as a baseball guy, a seam head, as I like to call it, a lot of pitchers, Tommy John, when you tear your UCL,
Is that what it is?
that's
the
what
Tommy
you
John?
get.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the MLB, when
How's Tom's John doing?
it's called the Tommy, it's like
Hey, what's
nicknamed
his
the Tommy John. It's the first guy that ever had to get the
his
surgery.
name, Tommy?
His name, Tommy John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that
Do we know
doesn't
how he's
matter.
doing? Is he dead?
Probably. It was like
Yeah,
in the
probably.
1800s.
Okay, I was just checking.
So,
Didn't know how
okay,
he's
let me
doing.
finish. But when you come back, MLB pitchers, every time they get Tommy John, they come back throwing a couple miles an hour faster. They come back, their arm, they say, has felt better than it ever has before.
So they
So I'm
become
not worried that Tom
robots.
Brady, nice. I'm not worried that Brock Purdy tore his UCL because I've seen in MLB, when you have way more stress on your arm, you're throwing a baseball way harder with way more velocity. Their arms are better off after the surgery. Brock Purdy will be fine.
So he'll be slinging it when he comes back.
Yeah, bro, you're going to see him do some shit
Shout
like
out to Thomas
You're
Johnson.
gonna see him do some shit like that Milton guy at Tennessee where he's on his knees at the 50-yard line throwing it like 60 yards.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, watch that video.
I also
once
think when
in a
I look at Brady like signing, the way the amount of talent that you guys have, your cap, like you're gonna have to start moving pieces around. So if you have 1 year, to win it all with the amount of
You might
pieces
have
that you
to go
guys
get
have,
Brady.
you go get Brady. That's all I'm saying.
If you do that, though, you're going to be paying a lot of money, and then you're going to have to guarantee that you get
Are you
rid of some
taking
of those
Tom Brady
guys.
if he says, I'll take 15 mil for 1 year?
15 mil, sure,
Yeah,
but he's not going to take
That
15
was
mil.
it. That was it. That was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hypothetical.
I don't know. Maybe a hometown discount.
My
You never
grandfather
know.
texted me that, so I was just proposing it.
He's not going to take less than like 30.
I agree. All right, let's move into the power ranking segment of the show. Today, we're going to be ranking the what are we?
The top quarterbacks.
I wrote
the top
down the
10
different
quarterbacks
things.
from since 2000.
Yes, today we're ranking the top 10 quarterbacks since 2000.
Yeah.
So in the last 23 years, 22 and a little years.
Right.
I sometimes forget that it's not 2020. I don't know why.
It's not. It's
It's not. It's
2023.
2023,
It's been a while
It's a
since
little weird.
2020.
You're not even
Thankfully,
close to that.
2020 ended.
No, I just
But we'll go around. These lists are, they're totally subjective who we think our top 10 quarterbacks are from the last 23 years.
I think we do them 10 to 1 because I think at the top it might be a little interesting.
Well, that's why I was thinking because I think at the top we're all going to do similar ones.
Yeah, it's going to be top 5 are probably going to be similar. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
you
agree.
shuffle them, but
good. Whatever
Let's
we
go
wanna
10 to
do.
1. Yeah, do whatever you want.
Well, no, but I'm going to go 1 to 10.
Go 5
All
to
right,
10.
this-
and
this
then
guy got
4.
his
we
own
could all do
plane.
it. We all
all
do it
right, who wants to go
differently.
first?
Go 6 to 10, 5 to 1.
Let's go just round
I
circle
go first.
Matan.
All right, my top 10 quarterbacks in the last 23 years since 2000. All right. Number 1, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Number 2, Patrick Mahomes.
Patricia.
Number 3, Peyton Manning.
It's fair.
Okay.
Number 4, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Number 5, Drew Brees.
Huh.
I think
Yeah,
that's
Brees
and I think that's the
underrated, bro.
consensus top 5, no order.
Breeze underrated. Nah, it's not consensus.
Oh,
Breeze is
oh.
underrated.
You're gonna put
He
Tony
put Tom
Romo
Brady
top
12.
5?
He put
No,
Tom
there's no
Brady
way.
12.
There's no way
How the
Tom Brady's
fuck
on
are
this list.
those guys? Okay. this is gonna be fun.
All right, this is where it's going to piss some people off.
Do it.
Again, subjective. Number 6, Eli Manning.
That's
He's
so atrocious.
He's not on my
You should
list.
stop right now.
Hey, the New York Football Giants.
won 2 Super Bowls against the greatest quarterback
Yeah.
ever.
Romo's
Led the
literally
league in
better than
pulse
Eli
multiple
Manning.
times.
Hall of Fame
Hey,
lock, Eli
hey,
Manning.
I stand with her.
Hall of Fame
With
lock,
her?
Eli Manning.
Her.
Bro,
Her is my list.
Yeah.
you can name 10 quarterbacks in that era that are better than Eli Manning.
Hey, this is
Tony-
Matan's list.
I could only name 5.
Tony Romo.
So I don't know what you're saying.
Brandon Whedon.
No, Tony Romo's not on my
Jay
list.
Cutler.
Jamarcus Russell.
There's so many. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Marcus Russell.
Number 7, Ben Roethlisberger. Number 8, Phillip Rivers. Number 9, Russell Wilson. And number 10, I'm putting Josh Allen.
The disrespect to Matt Ryan to not put him in your top 10.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about Matt Ryan. I would say he's
He
probably
sucks
11
now,
or 12.
but dude, when he was in his prime, oh my God.
He was good. He had some great offensive years with Atlanta. He didn't make my list.
Also, Josh Allen in the top. That's
Matt Ryan
that's
is-
blasphemy.
Josh Allen just impresses me more than any other of those.
I see
any
that.
of
I
those
think
other guys.
you're missing one.
I understand why,
I
but
don't-
he's not even better. Like, I would put Joe Burrow over Josh Allen if you're going to put one of the guys right
I'm
now.
still more. I
No,
still
no,
think
Josh
the
Allen, body of work
ability.
so
If we're
far.
just talking pure ability,
Yeah.
then Josh Allen is higher than Joe
talking
Burrow.
pure
Also,
ability.
I mean-
Give me Colin Kaepernick. Like he was
His
crazy.
list is okay, but it's the fact that Eli Manning is 6 and Matt Ryan's not. Matt Ryan is light years better than
Yes,
Eli Manning.
it's not
It's
even
not
close.
close.
Skill wise, but that's
But 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Two
He's
Super
got
Bowls,
2
Hall of
Super
Fame.
Bowls. Beat Tom Brady.
the toughest
Brady.
quarterback in NFL history. Never had an injury. Never.
Clutchest quarterback in NFL history.
Toughest.
I thought you said clutchest.
Toughest.
I was
By
like,
the
yo.
way, I could make an argument for clutches
No,
too. He
you
was one of the
cannot.
greatest fourth
No,
quarter
you can't.
quarterbacks ever.
You cannot make the
100%.
argument for
100%.
clutches.
What
Tom
do you mean?
Brady
he came
exists.
back in 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady.
Tom Brady came back 28-3 in a Super Bowl.
Okay, great. He had one good game. Eli Manning had 2, and so
One
many
good
other
game.
fourth
Look
quarter-
at all the.
so many other fourth quarter comebacks.
Eli played with some of the
You
best
are not
defenses.
actually trying to tell me that Eli Manning is more clutch than Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
You
I
were
didn't
close.
say that. You're putting words in my mouth. I
am.
said Eli Manning
Wow.
is one of the clutchest quarterbacks. I did not say that.
Ben, you're a Giants fan. Producer Ben, is Eli Manning deserved at all to be in that conversation?
Hey,
He's a Giants
No,
fan.
no.
bro.
In the most clutch quarterback situation. Thank you. He says no.
You're wrong. You clearly have not watched the Giants. Eli
I've
Manning was
watched
one
those
of the
Super
clutchest quarterbacks of that decade, bro. What? Go back, do your research. He probably has
I'll do it.
10 game-winning drives in fucking 3 years. Like,
Kirk Cousins has hella game-winning drives.
Roethlisberger over Eli. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you got to fucking do your research before you make claims like that.
I'll try. But
I'm putting Eli Manning
I've
in my
never seen
top 10.
Matan mad
I'm
before.
obviously,
I don't like it.
I'm
Yeah.
obviously biased, bro. I'm making a fucking bullshit list.
Fair enough.
In fairness to Matan, most game-winning drives by a quarterback since 2000. Eli Manning is 8th on that list.
8th. Can you
One
read
of the clutchest
who's on
quarterbacks in
Most
NFL
game-winning drives
history.
by a quarterback since 2000. Number 1, Brady. 2, Drew Brees. 3, Peyton Manning. 4, Big Ben. 5, Aaron Rodgers. 6, Phillip Rivers. 7, Matt Ryan. 8, Eli Manning. 9, Russell Wilson. And 10, Wrangler Jeans'
Brett Favre.
One of the
Favre.
clutchest quarterbacks in the last 2 decades.
The 8th.
I said one of. He's in the top 10. There you go. That's exactly what I said. You're putting words in my mouth saying I said he was better than Brady.
Hey, just the blasphemy. All right, Lipe.
I think
this
my list is
if
elite.
if I got pissed off there, I'm about to get really fucking pissed
no,
with
you won't
Felipe's
get mad.
list, bro.
If I go, he went 1 to 10. I might go 1 to 10. Shit. All right, number 1, Patrick Mahomes, which y'all knew.
I mean, we knew that was
Yeah,
coming.
I mean, put some Pope shit in the woods.
Number 2, Tom Brady.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, that's so sweet of
Yeah,
you.
Matan thought I wouldn't have him in the top 10. Like,
I was joking.
I thought you were going to put
either.
Manning above him.
I
I'll be
obviously
honest.
knew you would have him in the top 10. It was-
Well, nah, Brady just has won so much. I can't put Manning ahead of him. Is Manning a better quarterback? Yes, but Brady is just the greater player.
I love when I just love when you talk Tom Brady. It's so fun.
I mean, like I just bring the stats. I bring objectivity. Aaron Rodgers 3. The reason I put Aaron Rodgers ahead of Peyton is because neither were really clutch in the postseason. Both great regular season quarterbacks.
But both of them are better than Tom Brady.
Well, yeah, talent wise and
So
and
Brady's like the
stat-wise.
4th best right now.
No. All right, so
moving the list down.
So and Peyton Manning does have 2 rings, but his second one he was fucking carried there. He was ass.
Yeah.
He was terrible. So 1 Mahomes, 2 Brady, 3 Rodgers, 4 Peyton Manning, 5 Drew Brees, 6 Brett Favre.
Oh,
People forget, man.
since 2000 though.
that's what I was right. So that's
So I was
why
like, I
didn't
thought
put
in
him
the
on my
90s
list.
he was really special.
Yeah, in the late night, but like 2000, 2001, 2002,
When he was on the
2003,
Vikings too, I
2004.
guess he was nice. Like,
Yeah, Vikings year, he was crazy.
Yeah.
He was so good. Number 7. Oh, shit. 6 Brett Favre. 7, Russell Wilson.
he deserves to be there.
8, Ben Roethlisberger. 9, Phillip Rivers. And then 9 and 10 were really hard because I really want to put Matt Ryan there. But I think for the same reason that Matan put Josh Allen, I also put Josh Allen. And so Josh Allen 10. But if Deshaun Watson didn't have this whole like past couple years thing, the injuries, and then combine that with the whole shit that went off the field, Deshaun would be in my top 10. But he's not going to because he just hasn't played enough.
I wanted to also because those years when he was with the Texans were so dominant. Oh my god,
So dominant. So number 10, just for context, I was in between Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, obviously Josh Allen, like I mentioned, Deshaun Watson if he would have played a few
Cutler.
years.
I would've put-
And then
yeah.
I'm even thinking, honestly, Lamar Jackson could make an
I was
argument to get number
thinking
10.
Lamar
So
definitely,
those were
yeah.
my like fringe guys.
Not Tony Romo.
Nah, you have to win
Dak.
more. You have to win more. You have to win more. All those guys
Cooper
won more,
Rush.
so I just got to do it. Yeah, Cooper Rush. That was
Fringe.
Fringe.
Ben DiNucci or no?
Well, Ben DiNucci has a good hat brand now.
Gucci
True Brand.
DiNucci.
Shout out True Brand. Y'all should sponsor us.
Which one of you has Neck Mills?
In you guys' fucking face.
I like him. JMU. Shout out JMU. James Madison. Is that it? Yeah.
Here are my top 10 quarterbacks since 2000. Number 1, Giselle's ex. Number 2, Patricia Mahomes. 3, Peyton Manning. 4, Aaron Rodgers. 5, Drew Brees. 6, shocked no one had him even in the list early on, but Kurt Warner.
No,
Nah,
hell
since
no.
2000, no.
Kurt Warner.
I mean, the
2
greatest show
Super
on
Bowls
turf
and an
was-
MVP. It's good enough for me. I was also at.
That's fine.
I was also.
You were at the Super Bowl?
Well,
when
no, when they
San-
lost.
Yeah, but Antonio Holmes.
Yeah, I was there.
touchdown
That's so
catch.
sick you were at that game.
That was cool.
You have
That's
Kurt,
Kurt
wait, you have
Warner
Kurt
was a
ahead of
dog,
Ben
though.
though?
Yeah, because
Nah, that's
actually,
terrible.
let me
You were at the Super
hold
Bowl.
on. Shh. I was actually going to bump Ben completely out because we don't support any rape allegations or
Okay.
accusations.
That has nothing to do
You
with
just
this
said
list.
you just said the rape word.
Ape. Okay, Big Ben, number 7. 8, Phillip Rivers. 9. We're changing the game here.
Oh God. Chad Pennington.
Well, I did think of Chad Pennington because he won us the division. But Mike Vick changed the game. Loved watching him. Doesn't deserve to be in there, but just loved watching Mike Vick. So I want him in
Not
my
fair.
top 10.
I mean, he's better off there than Eli Manning.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Look
wore
at
his
Matan's
hat. I had.
Mike
still
Vick
retarded.
beat dogs. What do you? He
That
fought
has nothing
dogs.
to do with
If he
anything.
removed Ben Roethlisberger from
Nah,
his
he still
list,
had Ben.
then
He
he's
still
got
had
to
Ben.
be
I still
consistent.
put Ben.
Oh,
He
you
put Ben
did
at
put
7.
him.
He
I still
put Ben
put
at
Ben
7,
there.
right?
But I wanted to bump them out.
All right.
Mike Vick beat dogs.
What's a worse allegation?
Oh,
Definitely Ben.
Definitely
Keep
Ben.
going.
Okay, and number 10,
That's
Tua
what I thought.
Tagovailoa.
No, seriously, so
No,
seriously.
actually, it was
No, I
Can you just be serious?
I literally put Tua at 10.
Like, can you actually just be serious?
Okay, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Shout out Journeyman.
no. Who's fucking 10?
I'm like, I just want to know.
I'm not even kidding.
That's a cliffhanger, bro. Who's your 10?
Well, I wanted to actually put Deshaun Watson in there. But
Okay,
if I
there you
have to
go.
actually,
That's-
if you want a serious answer,
Put Deshaun 10.
Matt Ryan probably.
Okay, that's fair. That's respect.
Yeah.
Adam.
I was so serious with Tua. I wasn't even kidding.
Nobody has Matt Stafford in there yet.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
I
saying.
Oh, just wait.
Oh, you about to have Stafford at 1.
Yeah.
That's Stafford 1, Jay Cutler 2, Brock Purdy 3.
Just my favorite quarterbacks. Doesn't matter. They're good. Yeah, so we're going
Drew Lock
number
would be in
1,
there.
Alex Smith. Number 2, Colin Kaepernick. Number 3,
Jeff Garcia.
Garcia. Number 4, Sean Hill. Remember
All right,
him?
all right.
Oh, God.
What are your
All right,
top?
That's, that's a deep 9.
What are your
cut.
top 10 quarterbacks since 2000, Jack?
Top 10 quarterbacks since the millennium, 2000. It's a fun word.
the century.
Number 1, Tom Brady. Number 2, Peyton Manning. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. Rodgers and Manning have been doing it for way longer. Body
That's
of
fair.
work.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I think Mahomes is more talented than them.
Yeah,
but
has to go
he'll
longer.
get there. He'll get there soon, but not right now. Number 5, Drew Brees. Number 6, Matt Ryan. Number 7, Russ. Number 8, Big Ben. Number 9, Matthew Stafford. We forget how good he
go.
was because
Yeah.
he was on
He was
such
so
shitty
good.
Lions teams.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
he was
crazy.
so damn good.
was
Won
so
a Super
good.
Bowl last year. Got the monkey off his back. He deserves to
I mean,
be
if
there
he's on any other
Absolutely.
team, he has more than one Super Bowl.
easily. He's so
Probably.
talented.
So does Romo, so who cares? Go ahead.
Number 10, Phillip Rivers. Then
Yeah, it's a good list.
I got 5 honorable mentions too because I just had to give these guys a little credit. I'm the last guy going. We got to shout them out a little. Number 1, or not in any order. It's just honorable mentions. Carson Palmer.
I thought
He
about
was
that one
really,
as
really
well.
good. Both
he's
teams.
not top 10.
Jay Cutler, sling it. He could sling that
He's but he's
motherfucker.
definitely not top 10.
Yeah, definitely.
Eli Manning, honorable mention. There you go.
Thank you.
Alex Smith.
Well,
Just that's a biased one, but I love
It's
Alex
just-
Smith.
Yeah, I mean,
And Tony Romo.
I think those are good honorable mentions. Yeah.
I mean,
The
Alex.
thing about what I'll say about your honorable mention guys, like the Eli.
did your hat get higher? Did you
Yeah,
just
it did.
take
Been
higher?
moving.
It's been moving
it
up.
defies gravity.
Let him
So,
finish, bro.
the thing I'll say about your honorable mentions is like when we talk about let's say right now, like the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks, right? Like you're talking about Mahomes, probably Burrow and Allen right now.
Yeah.
And then maybe Lamar Jackson, sure. But like in that era, you always had Peyton, Brady, Breeze,
Breeze.
and like I guess maybe Rodgers.
Couple
so
guys
It
on
was
the
such a
outside.
good era of quarterback, top 3, top 4, that like the Romos, the Mannings, the Rivers, even those guys never made it into that top 4.
They couldn't.
So it was just so I respect the honorable mentions because they probably weren't going to be top 10, even though a couple of
No.
those were like Rivers. But
Well, I feel like Carson Palmer does not get
Carson-
near enough
yeah,
credit.
Carson, wow.
yeah, well, he didn't dominate
good.
long enough, honestly.
He was really good though.
He was good on the
was.
Bengals, and then obviously with the Cardinals, he
he's
had like
good.
a couple of good
Yeah,
years.
but
Yeah.
if you're gonna put like Carson Palmer, could you put like a Donovan McNabb?
yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I, wanted to put him on.
McNabb's
honorable
better than
mentions, too.
I thought
Manning.
of
Like
McNabb,
McNabb's better
yeah.
than Eli.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
5 NFC title, NFC appearances, I guess. NFC championship appearances.
Can I ask you a question though? Because like I said, I respect you putting Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers ahead of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Because you said they did it longer. They absolutely did. But if we're talking about accomplishments, well, if Manning has 2 Super Bowls, that's fine.
They got more MVPs and everything too, so that's why I'm like,
More MVPs, so like some more individual accomplishments.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
But that's I'm just saying, just since
Mahomes
2000,
is almost
Can I just
there.
ask you?
I was saying if Mahomes wins the Super Bowl right now, he probably jumps him.
just out of curiosity,
Definitely jumps Rodgers.
Why are you so negative towards Kurt Warner?
Me?
Not negative.
I just
No
think-
one. You didn't even put him in honorable mention. That's 15
I
people.
don't think
Because
he's
I guess
think he's
for some
honorable
reason I
mention
thought Kurt
whatsoever.
Warner
I thought
was
he
like better in the
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
I don't think he was honorable mention. When was the greatest show on turf year?
I want to say that was 99.
90s. It was in 90s, but still, I don't know.
So you missed that. So then all you get really from Kurt.
Some good years in St. Louis,
You
but
get you get a really good year in Arizona where they
Yeah.
went to the Super Bowl. But like he was never in the conversation. Never
yeah,
in the
he was always
conversation.
in that conversation like, this guy's pretty damn good, but he was never like on that elite list.
Yeah.
Great. Well, he was in St. Louis from 98 to 03.
Yeah, but yeah.
That was it. He was
And
there
also
for
like
5
played
years.
with the greatest offense.
Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce,
Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, Marshall Falk. Dude, Marshall
team.
Falk was so good. Oh
So
my
good.
god.
He was like the first receiving running back like that really just killed from both sides.
All right, we got to wrap up, but that was a good list.
You got any hot takes from
Do we have
the
hot
Discord?
takes?
Pulled
It's
We haven't had
insane.
hot
It's
takes in a
insane how
while.
the money has changed. I'm just reading his Wikipedia page. He signed a 7-year contract worth $47 million in
Warner?
2000.
It's probably so much, bro.
47.
Jesus.
Sheesh.
We've come a long way. We don't need to do hot takes if we don't have any off the dome.
No. We're pulling one.
Let's do one, yeah.
I don't like that one. Taco Frog.
Yo,
Taco Frog.
While we're looking for a hot take, if you are listening and you are not in the Discord, go to any of the links in our bio and join the Discord. You could submit hot takes. We'll shout you out in the show. You'll be able to get involved in the topics that we get to talk about on this pod every week, a few times a week even. So definitely join the Discord.
If we're
Link
just
in bio.
looking, I mean, he won a Super Bowl in '99, but 2000, or no, his Super Bowl came in 2000. So he has a Super Bowl in 2000 and he has an MVP in 2000.
But that's the 99 season.
Yeah, but 2000, finished in 2000.
All right. The Kurt Warner conversation.
NFL
is
passing
done.
yards leader. I just think there needs to be more love for Kurt Warner.
No, he's great. He's great.
Strictly because he's defending Tua.
I also feel like I think of the 2000 eras as like quarterbacks we watched, and I don't remember watching Kurt Warner. Like I don't remember
Barely.
it
Oh,
clearly.
at all.
You know, like
I do just because he was in the division with the Niners.
I
but that's
guess,
about it.
yeah. But I just like don't remember it clearly. Do you have a hot take?
Yeah, let me pull this one. So, all right. Taco Frog 88.
What is it? Taco Frog?
Taco Frog.
Is
I
he a
like
capper?
tacos.
I feel like
He's not a capper yet.
No, all right.
Texans and Jags battle it out for the AFC South next year.
What?
The Texans need to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, but like they have a lot more work to do than quarterback.
So, where are the Texans? Where are they drafting? 2 or 3?
2. So they're gonna get either Young or Stroud. They'll probably end up getting Bryce Young because the Bears won't take a quarterback,
Right.
Yeah.
or they'll Texan
trade
it up.
back.
and
But does
draft
that actually
Will
make them
Levis.
a competitor in that division with the Jaguars?
adding one
Trevor
quarterback?
Lawrence,
Nah.
who's going to take
with
another
the
leap.
With the Jags, no. But I mean, the Colts could very well draft a quarterback right now that's rookie, and if he pans out,
Yo, I
then they
heard.
could be nice.
I heard from sources
Sources.
that the NFL community. I don't think I mentioned this on the pod. I think I was talking to other people about this. Maybe I did talk about it on the pod. But the NFL community loves Will Levis more than any other quarterback.
Yeah, we
That's
talked
so
about it on the
fucking stupid.
on the live.
Oh, we talked about it on the live. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
So they're talking about that, and apparently the Colts are going to trade up to 1, and they're really considering trading up to 1 to take Levis, not Young or Stroud.
Dude,
Interesting.
if that happens, that'd be the most stupid. I mean, if Will Levis works out, great. But you have almost 2 surefire guys, and Will Levis is a project.
I agree.
What are you doing? I've seen all this shit about Will Levis and Anthony Richardson. I've seen nothing about Stroud or Young.
Well, I think
It makes
Anthony
no
Richardson.
sense.
Hey, Josh
way more
Allen
of
was a
product than
project.
Will Levis.
Yeah, true.
Patrick Mahomes was a project.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like the Colts got Andy Reid and all these
No, it's a good
guys to
point.
coach him up.
Yeah.
Like no
don't even
team
have a head
drafting up
coach.
there has that guy.
And here's the thing, bringing it back to the Texans and Jags competing. It's like we've seen these teams who have a top 3 pick take a quarterback, like the Bengals with Joe Burrow. They still took a year. Like the Jags with Trevor Lawrence, his rookie year, won like 2 games or
I mean,
something.
that was a shit show with Urban
horrible.
Meyer.
With
Though.
Urban Meyer,
It
there
was a
lot.
horrible situation.
But again, the Texans aren't a super great organization. They're going to have to get a lot of shit right
I feel
too.
like rookie quarterbacks,
don't
it
have
takes
a
them a
head
year to
coach
get
right now.
acclimated, and then they go
and
nuts.
they
At
need
least,
this right
yeah.
shit to go around them in the system. And
They're
Yeah, like
years- they're
Mahomes
years
sat a
away.
year, learned behind Alex Smith, and then went off. Like
The Houston Texans are years.
so I don't
away.
think the Texans
It's
are.
not-
It's probably the
they're
Colts
not
and the Jags
competing.
competing. Or
I-
Titans still.
I could
The
see,
Titans, I
I could
think,
see the
make a
Texans
trade.
doing a little something in a couple years, maybe because they got John Mechie. They drafted that guy out of Bama, wide receiver.
Nico
is really
Collins
nice.
looks
Beat
good.
cancer.
He's good.
John Mechie beat cancer.
Yeah, beast.
They got Damian Pierce on a rookie contract, who's actually a pretty fucking good running
Yeah.
back.
And
So-
like their defense is actually like, I was looking at stats like a week or so ago. I was like, damn, the Texans low-key had like a decent defense this year with nobody that you can
They
name.
play hard, man. These
Yeah.
teams that fucking suck, they play hard.
If they get D'Amico, I'm excited to see him. But hey, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Hey, thanks for
Hey.
listening to
Shout out
Caps
Taco
Off
Frog.
Pod. Don't forget to check out our socials at Caps Off Pod on Instagram, at Caps Off Podcast on TikTok. Go to our YouTube, like and subscribe. All the videos you can see.
10K
all
or
the stuff.
10K subscribers, I get ass tag.
Yeah, we need that
Scratch
ass
and
tag.
sniff.
All right, peace.
See
See ya.
What's your top 10 list look like? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that link in bio. Join our Discord. Shoot the shit.